Hello everyone, Swadika, welcome to the live oracle. I don't have my mic working. I guess it broke. So hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully I'll figure something out for that. But I am going away for 8 days, so I definitely won't be doing a video the next 8 days. And I just wanted to do the little kind of recap on the energies, on the stories of the chickens tonight, and then tomorrow we'll do the live oracle. So basically the energies have really been almost like destruction or ending of something, or the halt of something. Something was going to take off and then it did not. I had a hatch that didn't happen, and then I had some babies come out that were eaten alive by ants. And what that's all about, I'll get into. I really see it as, when I relate it to the world around me, I see that being eaten alive, like a person's life is taken from them by, it's like all this busy work, all this picking, and taking the skin. The skin was coming off. The skin was eaten, so it's like almost like somebody's identity is taken. They're not being seen correctly. Maybe there's prejudices from a system, or and the whole system kind of frames somebody bad. It's kind of about being framed, but it can also be like one individual can go after another individual, like a person can go after another person and talk to everybody about them, and just really kind of focus on a person's life to take the skin off, to take the face off, to take the identity away from a person. And then we had Fuji, the wild Thai chicken, who became a mother. She was going after babies, and really, she had murdered one and attacked another one, and then skinned one alive, and that one I was very upset about. It was one that I really wanted to keep, and that was an overprotective mother, somebody who just, maybe their intention somehow was to protect, but it was overprotective. It didn't serve a purpose. It wasn't based in reality. It wasn't logical. So I really did see how the chicken world was mirroring the world around me, and I just saw how people were getting attacked by another person talking. This person would talk to everybody, and then everybody would start talking, and this is that Lucifer effect I've spoken of in the past, where it's like people's brains get washed. It's like they hear something so often that their mind starts to fall into this. That's the technique of brainwashing. Somebody hears something so much and it's so disturbing that they just accept it for being true, and then feel at peace with the people around them, when really the people around them are causing this, the destruction of another's lives, and the destruction of somebody's mind, in their relationship to the world around them. So it can apply to, what is really the sad major victim is the one whose life is destroyed. But the person who falls into that and becomes a part of that problem of destroying another's life because somebody's talking, or there's a lot of focus, negative focus. Those people who their minds have been destroyed, and they start to act on behalf of this nonsensical destructive force. Those people who have had their mind eaten really suffer also, but through confusion, and really end up going the wrong way if they don't kind of turn themselves around and realize what they're doing, and what is happening to them. So I did see that energy a lot. What had happened was these babies that had come out in the hatch, I had them in a sleeping bag, and you couldn't tell that there were any ants there, but when I opened up the sleeping bag, there was just like ridiculous amounts of ants eating these babies alive. And you know, I had never had ants in the room that this sleeping bag was in, and it, you know, there were no streams of ants coming in or out, so the whole thing was just very strange. And then it happened again in a different room because I moved it, and you know, I just cannot explain it, except that was a very powerful message. So, and then, you know, with the eggs not hatching, it was just like everything that was meant to be a go fell apart because there was, you know, some weakness in the system around. Maybe it was a social system, maybe it was a cultural system. Maybe, you know, maybe cultural systems often are prejudice, and they, you know, they hold beliefs that will destroy an individual when that individual doesn't really match up on a deep level to what they think. You know, they're superficially going after something. Or, you know, or it can be, you know, in a social group when one person's life is destroyed out of maybe jealousy, or, you know, somebody feels threatened in competition, or, you know, something like that, and you know, a person is victimized and eaten alive, their skin is taken off, and they lose their identity. So what we have to do with that is really just come back to ourselves and you know, move out of that situation. We moved from that house that had so many ant problems, and ants are that group cooperation and hard work. And the thing is the hard work really has to be for the good. If hard work is going into really negative ways, if it's going into destroying good people, good things, if it's destroying lives, if it's taking people's energy, if negative energy is taking people's energy away from the positive things, this is a problem. Everybody needs their own energy in their own life to do their positive, creative things. If somebody is taking away from that, that's a problem. And I do see that also, that, you know, every time somebody gives somebody else a problem, we have to spend time to work on that. You know, I mean, it's like, where's all our energy and attention going? So we are into this, there's some noise over there. Yeah, there's some noise. That's right. We are going into this restructuring phase, and you know, rebuilding, and but there's still obstacles. There's still things that are happening that are slowing us down and you know, taking our energy. So, but the potential is there. We have a lot of potential, and basically the only new thing. There were two things. One was a python got stuck in the fence and died, and the python eats the chicken, but it was a young python, and so this is, you know, it's like the predator, the ultimate predator to the chicken in this area. And actually the python is really the ultimate predator, even over monitor lizards. It's at the top of the food chain, and it died. It died right away. So it's almost like that. Before a problem became big, before it became a problem, it was, you know, it was put to rest. So that was a good message. And then we've had two of my yellow Polish that kind of look like her, Nung and Song. They are both sick right now. Oh, sorry, Nung and Sam. So number 1 and number 3, the odd numbers. They are sick right now. The yellow has to do with the ego mind, and then the Polish has to do with the high mind. So it's almost like the way the ego is relating to the high mind. So it's like the personality, the expression, the way it's relating to our inner world and what we have in our minds. You know, we have a conception, a vision, an understanding in our minds, the inner dialogue, our frame of reference, our point of view. And then we have our ego, that we behave and we act and we try to work for our higher mind. But sometimes the ego doesn't quite work for the higher mind, and sometimes it does. So this is about a transition, a transformation with the way our ego works for our higher mind. And then, what else? Well, Snowball died, and that was really sad. And Nanook died, so that was very sad. And Nanook has to do with the husky dog and polar bear, and it has to do with introspection and family and loyalty and having things go easy. And Snowball is the amplification. And the way I understood that was the way is going to be easy now. It was difficult, and now things are becoming more easy for us, and that amplification of energy that has been climaxing is now kind of settling into this even ground, this new space, or this new structure that we are now working on to build from here. So let me check on the camera 1 second. Anyway, looks like the camera was okay. I think that's about it for the main messages. Just really kind of coming out of some hard times, and what do we do with being eaten alive, but move into a new life, move to a new place, move into a new, get our identity back. Because as soon as we move out of, we might be in a situation that we feel that no one can see us, that we are invisible, that everybody frames us and blames us and doesn't see who we are. But then we move ourselves into a new situation, and all of a sudden we're back to who we are, and people can see us again. And we start new, and we start, we get our face back. We know who we are. And then now it's really about kind of finding our our voice, maybe with the two that fell sick. It seems like, kind of finding our way to express ourselves in that is very productive and helpful for our higher mind and for our life, for what we want for ourselves, and really finding the ways to get the life that we want and get life how we want. And I guess that's basically it in the summary. And not that everything's perfect or easy right now, but the energies have definitely they've balanced out, and it's this phase of rebuilding and restructuring and really being flexible with this process of restructuring. And even the chickens right now, they're still kind of, we have this one coop that's new that they moved into first, and then another coop that we had. So we got 2 new coops, and then we moved their coops. They don't really know what to do with their coops because they kind of like it, and this is very big space for them. And so they're, even with their eggs, they don't really know where to have their eggs. So they're kind of in everything, and just kind of really feeling out their new world. And that's kind of the energy that we're in right now. And it seems like we've been protected. Oh, that was the other thing, is that we have somebody who is now kind of partnering with us, and we're growing in a new partnership with the owner of this place, Dawn of Happiness, and he knows a lot about chickens, and really has been almost like, he's been able to help us in a lot of ways that nobody else has been able to help us, because he's interested in chickens for the same reason I am, but he knows this area really well, and the environment and everything. So he's been a tremendous help to us, and Even just making sure when all the problems keep hitting, he's really been stepping in and making sure that everything is going right. So in the chicken oracle, the live oracle, what the human represents is, like the gods or the goddesses, the great spirits that watch over humanity, or the archangels or the angels, or even ancestors or loved ones that have passed, and just somebody who's watching over and caring and making sure that everything goes the way it needs to go. And and even during the python thing, he stepped in again, and it seems like every time there's a problem, this person arrives and he's here, and the meaning of that is really having the spirit world taking care of us and being there for us. So that's in the chicken oracle, that's what that is talking about, just being in tune. Minds are in tune with the chicken world, and that they are protected. So I did bring one card deck so I can pull a quick card, but we'll do the live oracle tomorrow. I have the vegetables. So okay, and then we have tie tip. Tie tip is about really having things prosper in the physical world. So it's about now. We have the new incubation. We have the new property, the new place to build from, and really being able to have the king of earth. Be the king of earth, where we're able to really reap from the land and from the earth, and be abundant in what we do, and really be smart in our decisions and smart in our dealings, so that the world around us becomes very solid and stable, and things are able to happen and build around us because of the smart choices and the intelligence involved with the resources and with the people. So anyway, I hope everybody got what they needed out of this, and I will see about getting a new microphone. Hopefully everybody heard me, and I'll see you I'll just put it on at the end, the live oracle with the lettuce for tomorrow, and I will see you all after I get back from my trip. And I really hope all this energy, I'm going to take this trip for myself and bring all my energy back, and when I come back, I kind of have the new focus now on back to my work, back to the chickens, back to my work, and everything else has been very successful, so it's been good. So I will see you in a minute for the live oracle, and I will go to bed. Take care. Hello everyone. So this is our work in progress here. We have these two new coops over here. I'll walk you in, and then this area we're gonna make an activity area. This place has a lot to work, but it'll be cute when we get it all done. It's just this is the dump area that we're cleaning up for the chickens, which it has a lot of potential. So this is our main coop, and everybody kind of gets to hang out together here in this area. And then I actually have more coops in the back, so we have separate breeding areas back there, and the other chicken coop. But because the chickens, I'm about to go away, and the chickens are just kind of getting used to everything, and then the sick chickens are in here. We used to have a horse in here, but the horse is gone. This is laundry. So anyway, that's our place, work in progress, and we'll go in here. We're going to make this into a sign for Magic Chicken Farm. And That's my work away in the distance. She's helping out with the chickens while I'm gone, along with the owner here. The two of them are going to do it. So this is their new house also. Everybody's in. And the never-ending trash. We keep cleaning. So yeah, a lot of work to do. But it has potential, and I need to bring in dirt for the sand. But okay, I'm going to do live oracle in 1 minute. Oh, and I just wanted to show everyone our new boy. I haven't named him yet. This is Jungle, who's the owner. This is his chicken. He's a Thai naked neck. Very rare. He's combined. Naked neck came from Vietnam, actually. It originally from, not sure where, but somebody came and attacked Vietnam or something, and then they got the naked neck there, and then the naked neck came from there to here, and they combined it with the Thai chicken. So this is a Thai naked neck. But he's a very sweet boy. I just have to have him in here because he fights my boys. And once we get the other coops going, then he can have his own giant coop. But right now he knows how to jump the fences, and so anyway, he has to be in here. But I like him a lot. He's cute. I like this mix. So, okay, on to the live oracle. Okay, so we're about to do the live oracle. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And 1 minute. Alright, we're gonna get this one. Okay, so I don't know why we had such a small crowd, but we started out with what was the first one? Mucolite. Mucolite is a stone from Australia, and it's a sacred place. It means the spirit of place, this sacred home, sacred place. So, you know, we were talking about kind of having a new structure, a new life, a new home, and this is about having it being live and living and sacred. And I think I mentioned before, I feel like the place that I'm in now, it has its own energy and it brings about almost influence on people, just like a person can. This place does, and so this is a sacred place, Mucolite, that really has a life and provides on its own for people. And then that was the first one. And then we had dandelion, which is make a wish. And you know, you make a wish and blow the seeds, and they all go everywhere. And that's really about putting your efforts out there, putting your speech out there, your talk out there. And then we had pine cone. She's my little baby. All these little Saramas are my babies, right? Yeah. But anyway, we had pine cone, and she has to do with enlightenment. So, and really being able to see the good in the bad. And you know, I study this place. I read this book called Esalen, so it was about the spirit of place, and it talked about the history of this place, and about how, you know, bad things happen there, and then good things happen there, and about that balance, about how there's no place that just all wonderful things happen all the time. So it's about a place that can carry the power and the spirit and the energy and the wisdom to be able to handle people working out issues. And not that everything goes great all the time, but it's important that things get worked out and that people have certain interactions so that they can heal and grow from those. So that's what Pinecone is about, seeing anything that is negative or undesirable in a context of a necessary process for our own evolution and our own growth. And then, and then, let's see. I think that was. Oh, and then we had Rhea also, and Rhea has to do with really one's essence coming out. And when a person is framed and blamed, like I was talking about last night in the oracle, when a person is framed and blamed, and when your skin is taken off, when you feel like you are unseen, you're invisible, you're not able to be seen as you or be you because of the way people are attacking you or taking from you. Rhea, that happened to Rhea, and she was one of the most powerful people in history. Some people say that she was Mary Magdalene reincarnated, Rhiannon, and she's a great, powerful sorceress where all these things happened to her, and then she was so strong in the middle of it all that everything came to light. She got her face back. She got her identity back, and information came about where everybody else who had a false identity that were, presenting themselves as wonderful, but they were the murderers, and they murdered her child, and that came to light, and then all of a sudden everybody was seen clearly. The good were seen for their good nature, and the bad were seen in their nature as well. So, hi cutie. So anyway, we have kind of a name clearing and a resurfacing of truth, a resurfacing of people's identities, true identities. So that's a wonderful reading based on what we were talking about, and it really actually goes into sync with all of the points that we were just talking about with the oracle. So it's basically, just in some, we have this new world that we're starting up, this new life, this new structure, and there's many things that are being worked out with that, and but people's identities are becoming clear. People are being seen for who they are, and things are coming to light. Truth is coming to light, and so that we have relationships based in truth rather than illusion. The illusion is passing and going away, and then we're able to make a wish. And we have the spirit of place around us too, and really the whole earth it has a spirit of place. This earth has a magic to it. The spirits of the winds and the trees and the animals, everything, there's a magic to it. So the spirit of place is really coming through. That's the magic of existence, and the finer lower realms, that was an oxymoron, the denser, I guess, the denser material, physical realms are really becoming infused and empowered with intelligence and spirit. So things are being woken up in the physical world, in the denser, earthly reality. The magic is entering in, and the organization process, the order of nature is really taking effect now to work for the greater good. So anyway, I hope everybody got what they needed out of this oracle. Sorry it took so long. It has been very, very chaotic, but I'm going to take my nice 8-day vacation in Malaysia on an island, and I will be back when I get back, and we will regroup for a new structure with the chicken oracle, and figure out how we're going to do this all. I'll have time to get back to myself and really be clear on everything I'm going to be doing around here. So anyway, Swalika, have a great week, or a little bit longer, maybe a week and a half, and I'll see you when I get back. Take care.